seconds.
I don't know, man.
I saw episode 2 of Miss Marvel. It was good. They're doing the Spider-Man thing of she's figuring out how to do the powers. Also, it's like way more Muslim inspired than I was like expecting. Like, they literally go to a mosque and it seems like, you know, the mosque is going to be a big like plot point going forward.
Okay.
So yeah, that's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see people get irrationally upset about that. Oh man, really the big thing is that Digimon Survive is like had its release date announced. So Digimon is just trending on Twitter and I was just looking at things. Is it just like it just goes?
Yeah, I'm happy to see Digimon trending.
Yeah. It's like, I was sort of looking through, it's like, oh yeah, you of course, like, lots of fan art, lots of, like, pictures of Terriermon, lots of pictures of Terriermon, holy crap, people really love effing Terriermon.
Terriermon's great.
Someone doing, like, just fan art of, like, freaking Eevee evolutions as Digimon, which are, like, of course, half, like, irrationally horny. Oh god, they also did Vaporeon. Why is it so horny? What the heck?
Because it's Vaporeon.
Yeah, we know the memes.
We all know the
memes. And, yeah. Also, lots of just, like, fan art and OC Digimon in general. Just lots of those going around. I think there's also, like, a new dim card, like, set announced or something. And it's like, yeah, they're bringing back Vritramon, which is awesome. Ryudamon's a good boy. And also they had, like, some new Digimon. It was, like, some bear with, like, rocket body and, like, jet arms or something. I don't know. Looked interesting.
I'm unfamiliar.
Yeah, I saw the image flowing around, and it's like, oh, I guess that's a new one. Alright.
I still need to get an Impmon dim card.
Yeah, people are making jokes about, like, Ryudamon joining the Ghost Game cast because it has a dim card now. It's like when the Digimon that was first, like, came out in 2003 joins the new guys, and it's just the meme of, like, yo, like, just the friggin' guy with the backwards hat on the skateboard just being like, how do you do, fellow kids? Oh yeah, sup, Flo?
Yo.
Oh, man. But yeah, nothing really big there.
Yeah, also, they're localizing... did I talk about this? They're localizing Vital Bracelets.
Oh, that's cool, yeah.
They're called, like, the translated name, they're calling it, like, Vital Hero or something.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Alright, that's... Yeah, I like when they use old mods. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's got, apparently it functions the same as the most recent Vital Bracelet, but then they also announced... I think it's what I was looking at. I think they announced a new model of the Vital Bracelet.
Huh.
And it's gonna have, like, specific stats for your Digimon.
Yeah, okay. I guess the Vital Bracelets are doing well then, aren't they?
Yeah. Although I might just stop buying them until it's like, okay, are you done making new ones?
Yeah. It's probably they're officially calling to the States. Yeah. I feel like they'd, like, do better over here, because it's like, I can, like, very easily imagine you're as, like, some dude at, like, a college campus that, like, grew up with Digimon, and they're like, you know what, I need to, like, just run around a lot for, like, classes to get to places, and I jog in my spare time or whatever, this is probably good. You just pick it up, like, yeah, that's an easy sell.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not popular here in the US, but, like, definitely way more popular in Japan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course. Like, Pokemon just straight up won the war over here, and now it feels like Pokemon's starting to weirdly lose some ground for once.
Yeah, well, Digimon is like, oh hey, look at all these cool Digimon things that are coming out.
Yeah, look at all these cool new designs and characters and this good new series and stuff that still isn't getting to the plot for some reason.
I saw a post about that. Somebody saying that like they said from the start that this was going to be like a very episodic series. Like we might not ever get to like a major plot point, or at least not until the very end.
That's the thing, it's like, it's already not been like 100% episodic, because we've had the Black Tailmon thing that's been developing.
Yeah, but
So
what I'm
it's
saying
like,
is like
yeah.
I've seen anime do this where nothing happens, nothing substantial happens for the entire runtime of the anime, and then in like the last 2 episodes, a big plot thing happens and it's resolved, and that's the end. Like that,
Yeah.
we might be looking at that with this Digimon series.
I really hope that's not the case, but it's probably gonna be the case. Because, like, boy, I am starting to get frustrated at the lack of, like, actual plot stuff happening.
Yeah,
It's like,
temper.
okay, yeah, awesome, we're getting ultimates, but still, like, please give us some recurring villain or threat.
Nah, temper your expectations.
No, but please, though. That's that drastic. If I don't see plots in the last 10 episodes, oh god. If it's gonna take that long, then holy crap, that's gonna be rough. Ah, that's so rough.
But like, I feel like it has to be like, considering we're 2 ultimates down, spoilers. I feel like at this point we're setting up so everybody can be strong enough for the final encounter in the last 2 episodes.
If it's just like a 2 episode thing, then like, what are we even doing at that point?
Watching an episodic series.
Oh man, like I just want answers for what Gulu's Gamamon's deal is. I just want to like actually know what's going on there. Oh man.
It's just sometimes Gamamon evolves into a jerk. That'll be the explanation.
Sometimes Gamamon just turns evil for no reason, and he just talks about things in a cryptic way for no reason.
Yeah.
This show feels so experimental. I don't know if it'll go on for 2 years. Jeez.
I don't know about experimental. Like I said, anime like this exist.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen like a fully episodic like anime like this or whatever. Like, I guess it'd be more like Gegege no Kitaro or whatever. Which is like with G, like GE.
No, I know. I've seen it. I kind of stopped watching it because I don't know. I just kind of lost interest.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? It's like, I feel like if I was on my own, I'd be keeping up with it, but I feel like, I wouldn't be as interested if I was like, watching that week to week than I would be like, watching like Frontier Fresh like week to week, right? Man, that's the thing. It's like, because we have this direct contrast and it makes it feel worse. Hearts in Time was like that, but it's like, but that show was kind of so. Oh, kind of ass. Okay, yeah, no, I get it now. Yeah. Man, I'm like Anna. I guess as long as it works, I'm just not fond of it. I'm fond of the show. I'm just not fond of like the plot progression.
Yeah, I'd much prefer it had like actual progression or whatever.
Yeah, like I feel like early on we were like, oh yeah, we probably shouldn't like harp on about this too much, and now it's like the further it goes, the more it's like, man, this is really kind of a problem, huh?
Yeah.
But yeah, speak of shows that actually have plot progression, Digimon Frontier, where like all the plot happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I think it's a missed opportunity. Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's like a huge missed opportunity at this point. Like, especially for like just a supernatural like mystery show. Like, yeah, give us long-term mysteries.
Yeah, it doesn't. Everything doesn't have to be resolved in a single episode. Although you could argue that we do have we do have overarching like long-term mystery with like Gulus Gamamon in the digital world, but we're not getting anything like about it.
I feel like at this point, all I really want is for Digimon Ghost Game to have like 2 or 3-part episodes.
Yeah.
Like, realistically, more like 2-parters. Where it's like, oh, hey, yo, we're gonna spend a bit of time to set up the mystery, maybe, like, have a fight or whatever, and, like, part 2, we're gonna, like, figure out the resolution of the mystery, and that'll give everyone time to, like, you know, like, join in and theorize and stuff. And I feel like that'd be, like, pretty easy to do. Show could have been one big mystery. Oh, yeah, 100%. But yeah, so in Digimon Frontier, episode 10, friggin' Grottomon performs a satanic ritual complete with a full-on pentagram to summon a golem.
It's pretty wild.
It's pretty wild. Oh, man. Like, cause, like, so far Grottomon's been like, yo, he's been like a weirdo trickster, yo, he's been like, kind of like, yo, like an experienced like battle veteran or whatever. He's been like, you know, just really physically tough. Like, there hasn't been much of an indication that he's like also like a wizard. But I guess he just knows his element.
Yeah, it kinda came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, it's fine. He uses weird magic to summon an Earth-attuned Digimon.
Yeah. He summons Golemon, and he's like, okay, yeah, now I'll finally crush those kids once and for all, as he, like, reminisces on, like, how Garmon just kicked his ass last episode.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, holy crap, a villain that, like, actively changes their plan based on what the heroes do. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's like, alright, this isn't working, I need help.
Yeah. So it's like, meanwhile, hard cut to the heroes who have been arguing over, like... This is the thing, I watched this episode, like, yesterday, and I still don't, like, remember what the actual argument was about.
About whether they should stick around to try to find Grottomon to get Izumi's spirit back, or just go on to Forest Terminal.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, that makes a bit more sense. Because, like, it just comes and goes so fast.
Yeah. Personally, I'm on team go to Forest Terminal because Grottomon's hunting them anyways.
Yeah, and honestly, that's basically what happens. So it's like, alright, well, I guess there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, Pokemon's like, oh yeah, let's like give fortune reading so we can just figure out which plan to go with. And just, yeah look at this place.
Pokemon's like, nobody will be happy if we just like decide based on who has more votes or whatever. So we'll go have our fortune read to tell us where we should go.
Yeah. I feel like from my memories of like watching bits of the dub that like I feel like in the dub Pokemon doesn't come across this likable. Or at least maybe I didn't care as much for as a kid, but now it's like, oh yeah, he's like, he's kind of just like a bookworm who tries to be wise, but he's also kind of like a moron.
And both Pokemon and Namon, I feel, are more likable in the original in the original dialogue.
Yeah, I need to watch the dub back to be sure, but I feel like I remember Nemon being like really annoying and just like omnipresent.
Namon had a really annoying voice in the dub.
Yeah, in the sub, it's like Namon's barely said or done anything, so when he just pops in and says a thing, it's like, oh yeah, you're alright.
Yeah, he's just kind of like super chill. I like him in this original version.
Yeah, he just sort of like hangs around and occasionally like brings up a point, and then Bokemon's like, no, shut up, you idiot. And he's like, okay, will do.
Or in the TV Forest episode, Don't Call Me Idiotmon.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just now looking at all the Digimon in this shot, and wow.
Oh yeah, like, I love this shot.
Yeah, there's a Gigimon, and then not too far from him is Babamon.
Yeah, like, of course, like, Mon's just hanging out. We got Garbagemon outside the can.
Yeah.
Like, Starmon, Gazamon, Deputymon, Elecmon. Some, like, Gummymon down there with, like, some other intrigue. There's, like, a Salamon. Friggin', like, I think that's Roachmon off to the side. Gizamon.
Yeah.
Just a couple Pumpkinmon. I forget what the Poncho one is, but I'm definitely seeing Chewmon.
It's literally Ponchomon.
Literally just Ponchomon. Jeez. What's up? They're like, oh yeah, there's another Garbagemon, didn't you? And yeah, he's got the can.
In his can. Yeah.
Yeah, you got like Red Veteran. Yeah, it's such a nice little like shot. You got like some Bakumon just hanging around, like a Digitamamon just in the background.
Yeah,
it's like, look at all these like little characters.
I feel like there's a good amount of Digimon you don't see a lot of in this shot, like the Garbagemon and the Gizamon.
Yeah, like, it really sells the idea that this is, like, you know, like, a really peaceful town where everyone just sort of, like, chills out and gets along well.
Yeah. Or, you know, Gigimon or Babamon or bop them on the head, because they're megas.
Yeah, I guess that's the one thing, because it's like, oh yeah, look at all these ultimates, and then, like, Grottomon attacks, and it's like, not a single one of them is gonna do anything.
Yeah, there's two Pumpkinmon right there.
Friggin' Garbagemon's an ultimate.
Is it?
Yes.
Holy cow.
There's like, what, like, 5 ultimates in sight, like 6 ultimates and 2 megas immediately?
It could be argued that because they're not, they don't spend all their time fighting, they're not good at it. Yeah,
that's fair. And our opponent Frontier, great use of a Digimon ecosystem. Everywhere is a purpose and aspect that makes sense in a digital world. Yeah. I feel like this is one of those cases where it's like, I'm not getting too caught up on the rank thing, because it's like, you know, if they just showed up, there would be no fight, so screw it. Though, like, the Shamanmon temple is just far enough away that they don't care about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. Success power isn't based just on level. I mean, I don't know, it's mostly level. It's mostly level, but there's some variation.
There are certain moments in this series where your, like, the level you are is irrelevant.
And we've already seen Cerberusmon, and that was bullcrap, and I'm calling it as such.
Oh, there's an episode that'll come later where you'll probably really get frustrated.
Oh boy. Because of course I know it's like, we're fighting Dark Cherubimon, so we gotta get there eventually. But I feel like you're talking about something else specifically. Yeah, in universe for the show.
I'm talking about a rookie fighting ultimates and holding his own.
Oh god, I think you told me about this. Oh no.
I might have.
Yeah, because I think you told me about something like after like Gatsumon fights like a Nightmon or something, and he just holds them off until he evolves. It's like, oh, like, even if you like ignore ranks, like, you're fighting a knight made out of metal with like a giant metal sword. It would just cleave through you in like a second.
You ever hit a rock with a sword? I mean, I haven't, but...
I don't know, like, I feel like if you're a little, like, rock man, you'd be, like, cut apart pretty decisively. If nothing else, it would at least, like, do a lot of damage. Your friggin' Sea Nightmon's blade, that thing is huge. It's like the friggin' Dragon Slayer.
Yeah, we'll get there when we get there.
Nightmon swings his sword and he cuts apart you, your armor, and the horse you rode in on in one swipe. Mel chips at rock so it tracks.
Yeah, but in the process, you probably destroy the sword. Like,
yeah, I feel like if you had like a Mel bat and you were just like swinging it just straight up, you would like, you would probably do damage.
Nah, you probably destroy the bat before you did any damage to the rock. Because a metal bat is made, yeah, it's made out of metal, but the metal it's made out of is aluminum.
Well, yeah, fair enough. Fine, like, yeah, no. Say just a crowbar and you had like a similarly like size like, rock bat or something. I feel like the crowbar would like break it first.
The crowbar is dense and like has metal all the way through it, so yeah, it's like
because it's made of metal. Pickaxes exist.
Yeah, but that's not a sword. A pickaxe works because it's like all focused into one point, so you're doing like a whole bunch of all the what's the word I'm looking for? Pressure? Not pressure. Force? I guess all the force is at a single point.
Like, I get what you're trying to say, but it's like, even by like your logic, like the sword is so much bigger. It's so much bigger and so much denser.
It's also Digimon, so logic doesn't matter.
Yeah, of course it doesn't. It would be extra strong. Oh, man. But yeah, I just realized this Gazamon's looking at Babamon really effing weird. Like, look at that little wolf boy.
Yeah, his eyes like bugging out.
Yeah, he's getting some weird effing news. Oh, man.
So yeah, we should actually probably talk about the episode, huh?
Yeah, let's talk about... Crap, what was it? Like, was this... Because we just looked up, like... The, masked Sepicmon, yeah. Yeah, because...
So I thought Sepicmon was Shamanmon.
Yeah, because look at him. Look at this thing. Does this not look like a literal, like, shaman by any definition?
Shaman, witch doctor, whatever. Like, witch doctor comes to mind before shaman, but I think it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of unsurprising that this Digimon doesn't show up in a lot of modern media.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of hasn't aged the best, particularly.
Also, before they run into this guy, they run into a Geckomon who's like who's obviously just conning people into buying him booze.
Yeah. He's like, well, actually, we don't know that.
No, I'm pretty sure. Because he's like, oh yeah, the higher the quality of the booze, the clearer my fortune telling is. It's like this guy's just trying to get free drinks.
Oh man, yeah, some things are a bit much to changing sensibilities, yeah. Like, if you look at literally, it's like, it's just like, it's a cool little monkey dude wearing, like, a tribal mask, and it's like, alright, yeah, there's nothing wrong with, like, just showing some, like, African art or whatever itself. The problem is that you look back at, like, the full context, and it's like, ooh, this, maybe this doesn't, like, but yeah.
I like his design, actually.
Yeah, he does look neat. He has been, like, less yikes than other things I've, like, seen recently.
Also, I'm pretty sure it's this dude that made me quit Digimon World 3.
Oh yeah, it was this dude, 100%. Where you have to, like, find his mask or he won't talk to you.
Yeah.
Man, I was just recently watching part 3 of JoJo's, and, like, I completely forgot that... You remember the genie stand effing Hail to You?
Yeah.
You know, and they beat him, they just blast him with fire, and like it just chars him black like a cartoon character, but suddenly he has like the big like cartoon lips, and it's
Oh,
like,
no.
ooh, oh no.
That's a more recent anime.
Yeah, I'm surprised that got by. Oh man. Yeah, like Sephic has a fun little gag where he's like, "Oh yeah, I do like star divination. Yeah, and how it works is like I hit your head with this boomerang and make you see stars, and then I divine your future from them." And they're just like, "Yeah, no."
Okay, so it's better than that. He's like, okay, I read the stars, and then the kids are like, well, that seems reasonable. And then he does the explanation about hitting them on the head with the stars, and it like cuts to like a little like crudely drawn like example of it. And by the time his explanation is done, they're just gone.
Yeah.
It's a new anime based off pretty old manga. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's an old series and it's from a non-Western culture, so there's like I feel like you have to cut a lot of slack at the end of the day.
Dark's like little 90s, early 2000s. Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, it'd be like mid to late 90s easy. Like, just, I feel like back then we were still doing it, you know?
But you mean like America, not us?
Well, yeah, America specifically is like, because I'm like thinking back and it's like, no, were we still like making like Looney Tunes cartoons? Probably not, but it wasn't that long ago. I know they did gags like that like all the time.
Yeah, but the Looney Tunes are from like what, like the 50s, 30s to 50s or something?
Maybe, I don't know, man. I haven't really looked into the history that much.
That was back when that kind of thing that was just commonplace.
Oh yeah. The blacklisted episodes.
Yeah, there are blacklisted like Looney Tunes episodes. They just don't air.
I specifically remember like just putting in like a VHS tape of Looney Tunes and just as a kid, right? And I'm just sitting there as a kid watching it. It's like just starts with like, it's like this very professional looking like old man in front of like a screen and he's like, like we have to discuss the very important implications of like, it was a very different time and there was like changing sensibilities that might be, and it's like he goes through the whole like spiel and he's like, now like just like the like here we go with like so and so episode. And I just watch the episode and be like, what was that like intro thing about? I don't understand any of it. And now looking back, it's like, oh, there were definitely some Asian caricatures in that.
Oh, which episode was it?
I forget exactly. I think it was like a batch of episodes. And it's like, I feel like I vaguely remember them doing the like Asian stereotypes. And I remember it being like, like, oh, there's a gremlin on the wing in one of the bits or whatever. So I thought it was just like a batch of them, and it was just for like 1 or 2 like segments.
I remember the gremlin episode. I don't remember there being anything wrong with that one.
Yeah, I remember that one being like fine. And the other ones, it's like, oh, wait, oh. They're used a lot during World War II. Oh, yeah, I think that's like part of the like speech. He was like, yeah, no, that makes sense, yeah. Jeez, just back in the day, like, old school propaganda. We'll just make cartoon characters do the thing. Oh, man. That's just like, just on the topic, just before, like, we move too far away from this. Yeah, it's just watch it. It's like freaking Your Movie Sucks recently did like a freaking commentary episode for the Cat in the Hat movie. And they're just like, oh yeah, just make jokes like, yeah, when do we get to see poorly aged Asian stereotypes? And then it's like the babysitter shows up and she's like the most poorly aged stereotype, and it's like, oh no, they actually did it.
Oh no.
Oh man. But yeah, Shamanmon's a cool little dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a reskinned Goblimon, but yeah.
Yeah, he does a little dance and stuff. He's fun. He took the nails out of his bat.
Yeah, even Takuya, if it wasn't Takuya, it was somebody. They're like, hey, wait a minute, I recognize that guy.
Yeah.
And then it flashes back to the Goblivon working for the Snymon.
Yeah. I actually really like that they just do that real quick. They're just like, wait, weren't you like the same type as those things? And it's like, no, actually. It's like, oh, alright. Actually, this raises an interesting question, because, like, if Shamanmon doesn't have the nails in the bat, but Goblimon does that imply that, like, Goblimon put the nails in his own bat himself and they're not supposed to be there?
I don't know.
Like, he's just looking at his club and he's like, oh yeah, this'll make it hurt more. And he just put them in the wrong way.
Huh. Oh, wait. Well, looking at the art for Shamanmon, and, like, not from this episode, actually, look a little closer. He does have nails in it.
Wait, does he? Alright, hang on.
He has them in the official artwork, too.
Let's see. Oh, did they just remove the nails for the episode? Oh, yeah, no, wait, the hair's a different color, too, isn't it? That's interesting. Actually, it must be my computer screen because of the, like, flux thing.
Yeah, it's about the same. Was it yellow? Yeah. Yeah, he's got yellow hair in both the official art and this. Yeah, he's still got the nail. They might be driven in more or something, though.
I know, it does look a bit more gritty in the official art, but yeah, no, I can see it, yeah. It's like, yeah, coloration's a bit weird, but it's like, it's about right. Man, it feels weird to say that about Digimon, where it's like the only difference is the colors.
Yeah. What is he, is he brown? Or is it like a really dark green?
He's like a brown green with like yellow hair, and in the art he's like more like dark forest green with like, like light green hair. It's more of like a neon green, yeah. But yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, Shamanmon dances around and he's like, oh, you two have really bad luck, talking to Takuya and Tomoki.
I wonder what the heck he means like that.
There are a lot of recolors, yeah.
Because it's like, is he literally just like, oh yeah, you're gonna go crazy because of Beast Spirit and nearly kill your friend? Or is he referring to something that happens, like, later on?
Don't know. He also says, like, there are many obstacles ahead of you, but that's so vague, like, you could just say that about anybody.
Yeah. That's the thing, it's like, whenever you see, like, a fortune teller in, like, literally any media ever, it's immediately like, okay, yeah, if you predict something, like, how long until it comes true?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Yeah, like, I pointed it out later in Danganronpa when Hero, before the final part of the game is like, I predict that nobody else will die, and guess what?
Yeah, I think he specifically says, like, no one else is going to be killed or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you, like, hang out with Hero, he just straight up, like, gives you a prediction, and he says something like, the mother of, like... No, he's like, like... The mother of my child and the mother of your child is going to be the same person.
Which hints at an alternate ending.
Yeah, so it does come true. It totally counts.
But yeah, according to Pokemon, Shamanmon's the real deal.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I feel like if we hung out with like that Geckomon, he also probably would have given us some interesting stuff.
Interesting, yes. Accurate, probably not.
I don't know, in a fictional setting, probably pretty accurate. I've never seen a fortune teller in fiction just straight up be wrong before. Oh man, there's probably some examples somewhere, but none that come to mind if nothing else.
Yeah, there's an old lady in Fallout 4 who can read your future or like where you need to go or whatever, but you have to give her drugs.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And everybody's like, "Oh, you gotta quit doing the drugs because it's bad for you." But like, if you give her the drugs, she will tell you exactly where you need to go.
Yeah. Like, it'd be so funny if, like, you give her the drugs and she's like, no, that way, and just points in a direction, and she just happens to be right.
Yeah.
Like, she's just completely bullcrapping you, and it just sort of works out.
Like, there's a point where you meet her, or you save her and the people she's with, and then you go back to the neighborhood you used to live in because you're like pre-war, pre-nuclear bombs or whatever. And then you approach her while she's there, and she's like, "This place, I feel like it's tied to you in some way." And this is before you tell her any of that.
Ooh.
So it's like, it seems like her powers of reading stuff like that are real.
Yeah, fair enough.
And it's Fallout, so it's not actually that surprising.
Yeah.
There's like aliens are canonically exist in Fallout and gave one guy like eldritch like psychic powers.
Wait, excuse me?
Yeah, there's like an immortal dude with psychic powers in Fallout 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Or it's like an artifact that gives him the psychic powers, but still, it's like an alien artifact.
Oh, man. So,
but yeah, they're oh, do you have something else to say?
I was gonna say, so Digimon.
Yeah. So they're having their fortune read by Shamanmon, and then they get attacked by Grottomon.
Yeah. Like, Growlmon just appears, and he's like, oh, hey, sorry to interrupt, but, like, I gotta kill you now.
Yeah, I gotta kill you. Take your spirits.
I'm surprised we've yet to see Growlmon just straight up, like, throw a big rock at them.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, if you've got someone, like, down and they can't move, that would probably be a really good way of ending them.
Yeah.
Can't like, transform if you're dead.
Yeah, I don't know. It might have been a good opportunity to throw a rock at someone who's, I don't know, sealed in a pentagram.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something like, they all get ready to transform to fight, and then Koji tries to transform, and he uses Swords of Revealing Light on him.
No, that means he's going stuck in, like, defense position for 3 turns. Oh, man. Like, is Swords of Revealing Light even, like, meta right now? It's probably forbidden or something, right?
Maybe. It's probably tied to some bullcrap strategy, and so it's banned.
Yeah. I know it's, like, Swords of Concealing Darkness are a thing. And it's literally, like, the same gimmick, but flips you face down. And it's like, as long as the card's, like, on the field, you can't be flipped face up. So yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Growlmon just shows up with Golemon. It's like, alright, well, like, that's the thing, it's like, he already stole Fairymon. He stole, like, friggin' Izumi's spirit. And he, like, pins, like, Koji down so he can't just Digivolve and use his beast form. So it's
So
like,
just
oh,
throw a rock at
alright.
him.
Yeah.
Or hit him with a hammer.
We've only got 3 people left, and they're really struggling to fight this freaking Golemon. Like, that's around this point where he, like, takes Chalkmon's spirit too, doesn't he?
Yeah, Tomoki loses his spirit also.
Man, Junpei was so right, holy crap.
Yeah, spirits shouldn't be given to women and children.
Just straight up, just give it to anyone else. VOG cards are pretty much banned or limited. Oh, yeah. I know, like, Pav Greed for obvious reasons. For, like, obvious reasons. What is it? There's something called, like... I forget what it was. It's, like, Pot of, like... It's not Pav Duality. It's, like, Pot of something. Pav Avarice? I think it's, like, Pav Avarice. And it's just straight up like, oh, you banish like 10 cards from the top of your deck face down, just straight up, and you just lose 10 cards, and it basically just does Pot of Greed's effect. And that makes it really good. But also, like, I guess don't run 3 of them, or you might unironically, like, deck out. Because that's like 3/4 of your deck.
Build your deck around removing cards from play.
So that's the thing. I actually, like, on getting into Master Duel, I picked up a deck called Soul Sword.
Mm-hmm.
The big boss monster's ability is just straight up, like, every card that's, like, banished, where it's, like, face up or face down, and either player's, like, banish zone or whatever, gives him 100 attack points and removes 100 attack points from every enemy monster.
So you get Masked Hero of Darkness or whatever it's called in your deck, and you just ruin people.
Yeah, I guess you could do that, yeah. I was thinking more just Pot of Avarice, and now you have 10 cards banished, and it goes from like 3,000 attack to 4,000, and everything else loses 1,000 power.
Yeah. Yeah, but you also just get the Masked Hero of Darkness and just combine that with those cards, and it's like, alright.
What's extra fuzz is side effect, which I believe can kick in an unlimited number of times, which is like, if he is about to be destroyed by a card effect of any type, then, like, you can banish a card from your graveyard, and then, like, if you banish a card using any effect, including that one, he can just, like, straight up banish a card on your opponent's side of the field and something in their graveyard. So it, like, stacks.
Incredible.
So it's like, oh, you tried to Raigeki him, and now you're, like, down a monster, and now he's, like, up 100 points of attack. Actually, not even that, because it'd be, like, up 300 points, and you'd be down 300. It's so stupid. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, alright, of course there's ways to get around this, there's cards that can return to the hand or whatever. It feels so strong, though. It's really fun. Effing soul swords are really cool. Yeah, it's the other thing, where it's like, I don't want to just ramble on too much, but I've also been, like, looking up, like, an effing, like, lore series for the effing, like, Albaz lore. And it's like, there's just an entire, like, whole lore thing about, like, a specific, like, group of archetypes. And it's like, this whole thing where it's like, oh yeah, this, like, friggin' paladin lady, like, goes against the evil, like, church, like, dictatorship or whatever, and just goes on this adventure where she picks up allies, and, like, all the different, like, groups they run into are, like, different, like, new archetypes coming out, they're like tied in and stuff, and you'll see characters like change archetypes as they like join other factions and stuff. It's actually really cool. It's like friggin' Paladin Lady like becomes one of the Soul Swords. And because of that, she's the only non-worm warrior who's just like friggin' like level like 7 or some crap, because she literally doesn't fit in with the rest of them. Yeah, it's really, really neat. I like it a lot. Like, it's ironically made me more excited to play like cards in that lore. It's like, yeah, I don't care about these, like, ice jade things, they're kind of like whatever, and you learn about, like, how they're used to make the soul swords and all this stuff, and it's like, oh, that's really cool, though. So you're gonna be a manga, yeah.
I guess I kind of got into that a little bit, not really the lore, but just the theme of, like, the superhero thing.
Yeah.
Like, back when GX was a thing, I was super into trying to collect all of Jaden's cards to make his deck.
Oh, man. Like, I won't be surprised if there's Masked Hero lore, because it's like, between the Masked Heroes, the Evil Heroes, and the Vision Heroes, there's gotta be something, right?
Yeah, there's plenty. Like, that archetype has only gotten bigger over time.
I think it's like recently on Master Duel they released effing like Dark Phoenix Enforcer or something, or no, it's like Dark Hero Phoenix Enforcer or some crap. And it's like just a random like hero fusion monster, and it's like super good, and it's becoming really popular. Like, a lot of people really like to play it because it's just really hard to get rid of and does a lot of good stuff. Yeah, so you can go a manga of one of the popular ones. Yeah, honestly, that's really cool, and I'd be interested to check it out. But yeah, we have rambled so much in this episode. Holy crap!
Yeah. So the kids get beat up by Golemon and Grottomon for a while.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Vritramon just bursts out of the freaking temple or whatever the Shamanmon hangs out of, and they have to deal with that now.
Yes, that's the thing. It's like, I'm sure it's like, oh yeah, light from the temple, it's gonna be the spirit. And it's like, no, it's not the spirit, it's literally Vritramon. Isn't someone else got the spirit and became Vritramon?
Yeah, which confirms that if Gatsumon had managed to complete the statues and get his hands on the beast spirit of light, he would have been able to turn into Garmon.
So the nice thing is, I was thinking it's like, of course, maybe you'd have to at least be the element, and it's like, no, anything can just be anything. Like, you don't even have to be a fire Digimon.
Well, let's check. What Shamanmon? What is Shamanmon? Is he Earth?
I'd say like Earth or Wind.
I'm checking.
Yeah, I was just on the page, so it shouldn't be too hard to just like go back.
Rookie.
Shamanmon. Okay, yup. Friggin' Nature Spirits, Mad Twist, a Bone Club. Yeah, he just sort of like hits people with his club. Summons a large boulder and throws it, so it's like, throws a huge fireball. Okay, so he does have fire stuff, but it's like, it's not really his main trait or anything.
Yeah, it doesn't really say what nature, what element he's closest to, but...
Yeah, like, it's mostly just like club things and boulder throwing. But I guess he is kind of fire. He has some fire stuff to him.
Yeah, but I would guess the Shamanmon and Goblimon are both more Earth aspected.
Yeah, I'd believe Goblimon would be more fire, but like that's mostly because of Digimon World 1 memories.
Yeah, because they have Magma Bomb and whatnot.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess like, if you're like, friggin' like Colamon's just swimming around as a fish, you know? Like somehow he just like stumbles across like the spirit of like lightning or whatever and he just becomes a beetle.
Yeah.
I feel like that's totally the logic we're working with right now.
I mean, yeah. All Shamanmon did was approach the spirit and he be turned into it. Although that runs contrary to Cerberusmon, who tried to take the spirit of fire and was rejected.
Yeah, I guess because there's like a barrier around it, but I guess this one was like hidden anyways, so there's no barrier. Man, like so much of that episode feels like it should be non-canon. Cause it's like, alright, well of course, you know, it's like this is establishing a lot of stuff, but also like, no, this doesn't seem like how it works later on. I think like a Goonimon's clearly not ultimate level. Like obviously.
Oh yeah. For some reason I thought you meant Vritramon. Yeah. Vritramon though, probably ultimate level considering how hard he just beats people.
I believe Vritramon's like high champion, but yo, like hybrid tiers are like weird like that.
Yeah.
Like from our stand, it's like, yo, the beast forms are like high champion, and the like, yo, fusion forms are like ultimate, and then yo, Mega is like, you know, the end game forms.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's but like Mega's end game, and then Suzanomon, of course.
Yeah. But yeah, Vritramon shows up and they work together to beat him and take the code. And of course, Takuya gets it. And then he goes crazy and starts beating up his friends for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, I love that it's like friggin' just like wrecks friggin' Golemon so hard. And like Growlmon's like, oh well crap, let's like I'm not dealing with that right now.
I am to leave.
Yeah, he's like, I've got 2 spirits, that's good enough for the moment.
So yeah, everybody else is like, oh man, we gotta stop Vritramon. And then anybody who's seen the Dragon Ball Z Broly movie, just imagine Vritramon is Broly and all of his friends are Goku and his friends.
Yeah, it's like Vritramon is a problem. Even when like Garmon starts like fighting back, Vritramon is still a problem.
Yeah. Also, I guess Koji just managed to conquer his beast spirit off camera.
Yeah, it seems like literally it's just like, oh, you know, the first time is always rough, and after that you got it.
Yeah, although it's a little worse on Takuya for some reason.
Yeah. Like, I feel like that's like an Attack on Titan. That's literally like a rule they establish. There's like, oh yeah, first time it always sucks, and after that you're good.
It's like it's like in a Skyrim when you get the werewolf form for the first time. It forcibly transforms you and just spits you out into the town. And it's like, I don't know, you gonna attack people? You're just gonna run out the gate. It's up to you.
That's the time when you, like, you know, use your powers to destroy everything.
Yeah, you could. That's the point. It's like, I don't know, you gonna play the werewolf thing where you just go crazy and kill people?
Yeah. Jeez. Apparently there's some, like, glitch in Skyrim where it's like, you know, if you, like, go werewolf and then, like, get to the final, like, you know, tier of the tree or whatever, there's, like, some bug you can exploit that lets you summon, like, an infinite number of, like, wolf minions that will automatically just maul things for you.
Sick.
There's, like, a really fun video of, like, I forget who it was, I forget the name, but it's, like, they basically do have a video where it's, like, they beat Skyrim without walking. And they, like, exploit the glitch at the end, just so they can just stand there and watch things die in front of them.
That was probably... what's his name?
I forget his name, but it's like, it's probably pretty easy. Yeah, Yumfa, yeah. It's pretty common to be a great power boost, then you get tired, then better it with time. Yeah, it makes sense, you know? Like, it's a wild power, and you get the hang of it, but it's still like, you know, oh, I don't know, man, you wanna risk it? You wanna roll the dice? Can you bear this game videos? Oh, can you beat this game? I guess. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yimfa does a lot of really cool, like, challenge run stuff, where it's like, you know, he did a really fun one, those, like, Dark Souls 2, but you can't talk to any NPCs.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, added, like, effing Evangelion, like, as the, like, cutaways and parts and stuff, and it's really fun.
Yeah,
like,
here it is.
Yeah, there's a really good one where he beats the, like, mage college without casting a single spell.
Yeah, his channel's great. For anyone who wants to know how to spell his YouTube name, it's YMFAH. He does a lot of fun challenge runs with like really funny editing and stuff.
You beat Digimon World 1 with the Numamon? Honestly, you probably could figure it out. I believe it's possible.
Beat Machinedramon of the Munzimon, sure, why not?
Yeah, well, with a Numamon, so, like, I feel like evolving to Monzimon would be a no-no.
Well, yeah, I know. What I'm saying is, like, Munzimon's probably low-tier ultimate.
Yeah.
but yeah, ultimately, it just comes up to the stats. A Numamon with max stats will still ruin everything.
Yeah, like, you'd, like, find a way to just boost your stats super high and you stockpile all the recovery items. Because, like, as long as you're not dying in one hit, you should be fine, and you can just keep spamming it out.
You stockpile recovery items and you get actually good filth-based attacks.
Man, that's the whole thing, because it's like, alright, Digimon World 1, you know, I like it as a game. That game is so effing unbalanced that, like, most of the encounters just straight up come down to item spam, it feels like.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate, but it's just sort of like, you know, it is the way it is. Yeah, you do what you gotta do.
I still thought it was hilarious that Munzimon could get Thunder Justice.
Yeah, it's basically Pokemon Gen 1. Oh yeah, in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways.
Digimon's probably less broken than Gen 1 Pokemon, though. Like, you have to understand just how broken Gen 1 Pokemon is.
Isn't, like, their whole thing where it's like... Yeah, it's like, I think they dragons, like, weaken against other dragons and nothing else, but the only dragon-type move, it does, like, fixed damage.
Yeah. Dragon Rage is, like, the only dragon move, and it does fixed damage. Dragons are also weak to ice types, but I don't think there's a whole lot of ice moves or ice Pokemon in Gen 1.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you want to get a Clamperl? Alright, I guess that'll work. I know.
Clamperl's Gen 3.
Right, crap. What was I think? Cloyster, I think?
Cloyster.
Yeah.
You mean Cloyster.
I mean Cloyster.
Yeah. There's also Dugong.
Yeah, but no one likes Dugong.
I like Dugong.
You like Dugong?
Yeah, I like Dugong.
And I'm just looking at it, it's like it's just like a Dugong. It's just the thing its name is. It's just like a little seal.
Yeah, I like it. It's cute.
Man, it's like I feel like Gen 1 has some of the laziest designs and everyone just cuts it slack because it's the first one. Prawn Gen 1's literally held together with duct tape and usually the analogy. Isn't there some crap where it's like fire spin like reduces your attack or something?
I don't know about that. I do know that what's it called? Focus Energy is a move that boosts your crit. Not in Gen 1. It works the opposite. It decreases your crit to like nothing.
Oh jeez.
explosion and self-destruct don't do as much damage as they're listed that they're supposed to, because that would be too high of a number for the Game Boy to deal with. What they actually do is cut your target's defense in half before they go off.
Okay, I guess that's a way to do it, but still, that's like... That's lame.
Yeah. If you get frozen by anything, you cannot break out of it. The ice will not melt.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah. There's also like an infinite... There's some kind of infinite trap that you can get somebody stuck in, but I don't remember what it is. There's a bug where leech seed and toxic will stack so that you absorb the health that the toxic damage does.
Oh, man.
Like, Gen 1 is stupid busted. Like, as far as the attacks in Digimon go, they work.
Oh, man.
There might be some moves that are bugged out in some weird ways I'm unaware of, but from what I've seen, all the attacks in Digimon World they do what they say they do.
Yeah, Voltorb is really unimaginative. It's like, what if we just made a Pokeball but just gave it eyes and removed the line? And it's like, okay.
We made a magnet and gave it an eye.
Oh, what's the evolution? The ball flips upside down. Brilliant.
Yeah. What if we made a magnet and gave it an eye? What if we made a sludge monster and then made it a slightly larger sludge monster?
What if we took one of those magnets and stuck it to 2 more magnet balls?
Yeah.
What if Diglett?
What if Diglett, but 3? But no, I like Pokemon. I like most of Gen 1 Pokemon even. Like, I don't even dislike the ones I'm making fun of.
Yeah,
Magneton is great.
Like, I feel nostalgia, but I don't feel any, like, particular attachment to Magneton. But yeah, effing, like, so Shamanmon is Vritramon.
Yeah, he grabbed Vritраmon's spirit and he became Vritramon and they beat him up. And then, like I said, Takuya gets it and then he beats on his friends for the rest of the episode. Every
Alolan form is infinitely more interesting than the Gen 1 counterpart. Come at me.
I disagree. Sandslash's original design is better than Sandslash Ice form.
You know what, that's fair. I do like that as a little igloo, though. No, wait, that's Sandshrew, and Sandslash is like the ice spikes, don't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, that's the one. And you get to, like, Alolan Ninetales, and it's like, oh man, they blew it up.
I think Alolan Ninetales is equal to original Ninetales.
Original Ninetales is good, Alolan Ninetales is a glow-up.
I disagree.
They made it more fabulous.
I think it's even. I think they're both good.
I think it's like they made it more fabulous, and they also gave it better typing that's more interesting. And it's like, yeah, alright.
I mean, they gave it Fairy, but then they also gave it Ice, which is like the second worst type in the game.
Yeah, but we need good Ice types.
That's the problem. Ice itself is bad.
Yeah, but still, Fairy.
So you balance it out with one of the best types in the game, if not the best type in the game.
Oh, man.
Boy, we're getting sidetracked.
Welcome to our Digimon podcast, where we spend an hour talking about Yu-Gi-Oh!, Miss Marvel, and Pokemon.
Yeah.
And, like, old school racism.
So Vritramon beats on his friends, and that's the episode. Episode 12.
Yeah, like, we get Virtramon's spirit, we beat Shamanmon, and everything's good.
Except the episode 11 actually ends on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And it's Vritramon staring down Garmmon and Beetlemon? I just structured better. They seem grass always being a bad secondary typing. Yeah, grass is a lot of weaknesses.